You know what? A very good introduction para naman mas ganahan yung speaker natin na makipag-mingle with our audience this afternoon. He is a graduate of De La Salle College of St. Benilde, taking a hotel, restaurant, and institutional management course. He won in various competitions in college like breakfast cookery, meat cookery, and Macbeth's cooking demo. He studied at Italian food style education in Italy and worked at Dolce Stil Novo, one Michelin starred restaurant in Turin, Italy. Wow! Diba? Talagang bigate. Hindi po tayo kumuha ngayon ng mga lecturer at chef na talagang lutong bahay ng ano. But then again, Cavite muna, di ba? Lutong bahay yung nag-start yan. And he is the current heading the food R&D department at TDTC Delightful Creations Incorporated. And to give us more and dynamic information about that R&D company, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you and let's give him a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, mall-goers of SM Trece Martires, Chef Matt Pacumio.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Alright, so good afternoon, everyone. So who here, guys, are college students? College students? From what college are you guys? Trece Martires, okay. And who's, anong courses? Anong course? HRM. Sinong tourism dito? And mall-goers? Sinong mall-goers dito? Alright, welcome here, by the way. Anyway, so I'll be discussing about redefining Cavite cuisine, but before that, I'll be talking about, I'll be telling a short story regarding my past, when I entered college and what happened, When I was in college, I was initially an engineering student, and then I transferred to De La Salle College of St. Benilde because I think engineering wasn't for me. And then, when I started college, I wasn't really ready about culinary at first. But then, there was this time where I joined a competition, and it was a chef's attack. It's called chef's attack. So you're joining with a chef, and then you guys are free with a chef. And then that was my first step in joining competitions when I was in college. And then take note of this, I was at the bottom 6. So talagang talong-talo ako. And if you were a regular person, so the first thing that you would think about is parang ayaw mong sumali. Kasi parang nata-down ka na. But then, after that, I kept on joining different competitions, and then, nung sumali ulit ako, I gathered first place, second place, third place, and eventually I joined Macbeth's for a cooking demo competition and joined different competitions as well. So I think I want to inspire you guys, kasi sino ang mahilig kumain dito? Definitely, kumain ng pagkain. Alright? So, I believe na I want you guys to pursue your cooking passion. Siyempre, maybe a home cook, maybe for business purposes. So I'm not sure how you guys would see it, pero I want to inspire you guys. So siyempre, I would like to talk about redefining Cavite cuisine kasi all we could think about is Cavite cuisine is more on the traditional side. So how can we make Cavite cuisine exciting for every one of us? And attracting the millennial and the Gen Z market, which is the current generation right now. So what is millennial? Okay, the millennial market is from 1980s to 1990s. And the Gen Z market is the 1996 up to this day. So ibig sabihin, it almost occupies the majority of the consumers nowadays. Maybe sa bahay nyo, or pwede sa mga restaurants if you plan on putting up something. So kailangan ma-attract nyo ang millennial and Gen Z. So how do we do that, of course? But first of all, I'll be talking about the past, the places that I've been through that really inspired me to pursue what I'm doing. Okay, so I came from Europe and I realized so much things when I was there. I've been to Spain, I've been to France, I've been to Italy, and I want to share you guys what I've learned from those places that I've been to. So these are paella, these are restaurants from fine dining to casual. So the first thing that I've learned when I was in Europe was, number one, their food are extremely simple. Okay, it's extremely simple. I'm not sure if you've been to an Italian restaurant. I'm pretty sure who here has been to an Italian restaurant? Perfect. So, kung mapapansin mo, it's very simple. Parang pinaghirapan mo itong pagkain na to. Pero in reality, you know, it's really very simple. I was asking my chef in Italy na executive chef. His name was Fabrizio. So, ganun talaga yung name sa kanila. And I asked him, what makes Italian food Italian? And what makes Italian different from other countries? Kasi I was talking about the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, our food is very rich, it's very saucy, and talagang it blends well with rice, which is perfect in para sa atin. But with them, what makes it Italian? So the answer that he gave to me was, you know, we have the best ingredients here in Italy. So why put anything else? We want the ingredient to shine for itself. So that's the first thing, first characteristic that I got from Europe in general. The next thing is they use local ingredients. So wala sila ganong colonial mentality when it comes to food. And I got inspired because the more you use local ingredients, the more na mas masarap ang pagkain. Instead of it coming from various places from afar, nagdi-dictate kasi yung lasa niya as time goes by. And for example, nasa shelves for 3 weeks, nag-iiba yan. Texture-wise, flavor-wise, nag-iiba yan. So if you use local ingredients, things that are ingredients that comes from your local vicinity in close proximity to your place, mas nagiging masarap ang pagkain. And lastly, it's healthy. When I was in Dolces and Nova, 95% of their dishes doesn't use any flavor enhancers at all. So, ganun kasarap ang pagkain doon. And you would think of it, paano nangyayari yun? But yung 5% na yun, they use stabilizers. Only stabilizers just to ensure na yung kanilang dish ay hindi babagsak. And that's it. And in contrast, syempre, I came here to the Philippines and I managed a restaurant. It's Cavite Republic there, behind City Hall. And doon ako na-immerse in Filipino cuisine. And there, I learned a lot. And I traveled different places here in the Philippines just to learn about the cuisine itself. And there are 3 things, through research as well, that really stood out in Filipino cuisine and in Filipino cuisine in general. So the first thing is it's very, very greasy. Sinong agree dito na greasy ang Filipino cuisine? So ang sarap ng baboy, ang sarap ng miyako, ang sarap lahat ng fry. Am I right? So second is it's very saucy. So sa ibang countries kasi it's not really saucy. You know, we're like Indians na mahilig sa curry, sa atin saucy din, like caldereta. And then lastly is it's sweet. Sino dito mahilig sa sweet na pagkain? Alright, maliban sa Jolan. Okay, so that in general, so na-imagine ko, so I came from different regions of the country. So I want to inspire you guys, how can you guys blend together those traits? How can you let ingredients shine while, kasi sa Filipino cuisine, pag adobo, halos di mo na malasahan yung lasa nito. You know, pero how can you let the chicken shine for itself pag nag-adobo kayo? So you would think of it deeper na mas magiging creative kayo. Ngayon, with that, nag-talk na rin ako with other media. So, feature na rin ako with different media platforms, and then tinanong nila ako regarding my experiences in the past and how I augmented those dishes here on Cavite cuisine in general and Filipino cuisine. So, there. I'll be talking about more. So, who guys know these 2 iconic, so Gordon Ramsay, yes, and who's the other one? Ito yung malaki ang pangalan nila sa food industry. So who guys knows the other one? So the other one is Jamie Oliver. So it has been reported that Jamie Oliver, out of his 25 restaurants, 22 of them closed just this Tuesday. Even though ganun siya kasikat. And Gordon Ramsay quoted na ang reason, one of the reasons is number 1 is of course taking bankrupt na rin. And the second one is lack of innovation, lack of coping with trends, and lastly is, of course, internal problems. Ayun. So, you would think of it as, how can a restaurant thrive in this kind of ecosystem wherein so much trends are happening right now? Like yung sinabi kanina, yung ramen, yung sandwich. So, how can we penetrate that kind of food industry right now and bring Cavite cuisine and Filipino cuisine back into our tables? So how would you, kasi sayang you know, Cavite cuisine in general, masarap naman talaga. And how can we bring that back? Okay, so na-explain ko na. So with this pictures, flash on the screen, makikita nyo, talagang yan ang number one at talagang excited kayo makita once na nakita nyo yan. So you would think of it as, parang gusto ko, di ba? With the emerging of Jolly, of course, talagang naging staple na yan. And at the same time, Samgyup we're in Manila, very abundant. And here in Cavite, almost every major city has a Samgyup established already. And of course, ramen places dominating the market as well. So with this kind of cuisines present here in Cavite, in the Philippines, parang nag-deplete na yung value ng Filipino food. Diba? Makapaisip kayo, how can we bring back Filipino cuisine and how can we preserve those cuisines kung meron na ganito? And that's the challenge for us, everyone, na paano natin ibabalik yung Filipino cuisine. So, of course, iniisip nila, yes, innovation is good, but all other people also think na innovation is totally mixed. Parang nalilimutan yung tradition when you innovate. But in reality, ang tradition way back is totally different from the tradition now because it is a continuous process. Innovation never stops. Diba? Ang tradition dati is very simple hanggang ngayon because it adjusts to the ingredients that is present today and at the same time, it adjusts to the current market and to the current generation that we are today. Ano bang gusto ng mga millennial ngayon? Siyempre, they want it crispy. They want it as juicy as possible. So things like that. A lot of factors involved, diba? Nag-iba. So, in conclusion, innovation is always present. And we always need to keep on innovating. And that's why we always need to think of how can we innovate dish para maging exciting to pag pinisent mo sa pamilya mo, sa brother mo, sa sister mo. How can this be as exciting as this ramen presented on the screen and at the same time, Jollibee and Samgyup. So, let's bring life to Filipino cuisine. So I have 3 major points for you to consider para mas maging exciting sa yung consumer, may it be your family, may it be a guest, and of course, syempre, we also cook for profits and to make a living. So how can we reinvigorate that kind of the Filipino cuisine para mas kumita tayo or para mas mabigyan natin buhay, para mas ma-appreciate ng mga tao? Okay, I'll be talking about 3 things. So number 1, of course, is flavors. The pictures flashed on the screen ay yung mga ginawa namin at ni-reinvent namin ang mga dishes. So the first one is our Green Bicol Express. So our traditional Bicol Express uses pork and uses gata and aromatics and green chilies. But for us, we use beef ribs. We tenderize the beef ribs. And at the same time, since ang common kasi na ginagamit is green chilies, so ang ginagawa namin is pinerment namin ng green chilies. So we added a different dimension of flavor to the dish, and it became absolutely amazing. Nung pinatikim namin siya sa guest, talagang nag-iba yung perspective ko with Bicol Express. So it's mostly like disintegrating the dish and altering one ingredient and making it more exciting. So you should always think about flavor. So how can you make the flavor more exciting? Ngayon, the next picture is aligé and garlic shrimps. So the usual and the common thing that we normally see is buttered garlic shrimps. So how, naisip ko, and I know this already common, but like how can you revive those blending sea with sea? Diba? Ang saya pakinggan. So we also made this and then added the fresh herbs, like for example leaves to freshen up the flavors. And last is our inasal wherein we blended all the ingredients together. It's unlike any other inasal na pag tinikman mo, soy sauce na matitikman mo. Okay? With this one, after tasting, mag-burst din yung aromatics. Like for example, ginger, garlic, chilies. So nag-iiba yung lasa and adding different components like achara and calamansi and garlic. So first thing you need to consider is number 1 is flavor. Number 2 is texture. Of course, as Filipinos, we are very used to crispy food. Like for example, fried chicken. Of course, it has been always a staple, and everything gusto ng mga bata, of course, is crispy. So we always consider in conceptualizing food is the texture. So once na medyo soggy, once na medyo soft yung pagkain, we always want to add anything that's crunchy. Magko-contrast dun sa pagkain. Like for example, with this dinuguan, we added parang bagnet. And then we added chicharon to totally revive and live things up. to add more texture, exactly. And ayun, so naging exciting tuloy yung dish. The next one is yung gambas. So, how do you guys see gambas? Di ba normally, sweet chili sauce yung ginagamit sa Pilipinas. But with our gambas, actually we made this just recently at Philippine Republic. So, I blended the Spanish techniques with the Filipino flavors. So this gambas has been disintegrated and hiniwalay namin ng bell peppers. So we use a different cooking technique and different sauce. And hiniwalay namin ng bell peppers. We battered the bell peppers and then topped it on. And ang sarap ng pinalabas nito. So things like that. So kailangan maging creative tayo on how can we disintegrate a dish and make one ingredient exciting para mas mag-complement siya sa main ingredient, like for example, the seafood. So that's the second one. And lastly, of course, is the color. Of course, we always eat with our eyes first. We judge everything with our eyes first. But then, alam ko, sometimes i-deny nyo na judger kayo. Pero you always judge with your eyes first. So with the food, of course, we always try to consider different colors and adding colors that make sense. Of course, what do I mean by making sense? The flavor will also complement the dish. So, like for example here, this is a pepper steak bangus. So our traditional pepper steak bangus is more on dark colors. So how can we live it up? So of course, Filipinos love tomatoes. So we use cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, and the leeks, and then we use the chilies that we use for cooking dun sa taas para mas mabuhay yung kulay. And at the same time, here on the left side is yung chinokis ko sa pinasarap. So I use also considered pinasarap. And this is clams and puso na saging na kinilaw. So, syempre, as you would think of it, medyo pale talaga yung kulay niya. Pero how can you live it? How can you make it lively? So, we added leeks, we added one soy, and we also added bell peppers para mas mag-complement yung flavor and yung color as well, para mas maging palatable. So, I wish this PowerPoint is colorful. Exactly. So, with the generation right now, of course, everything is Instagrammable. And mas masarap sa feeling pagka knows nyo and people will appreciate it, of course, diba? With the digital era nowadays. Okay? So with this three said, so with these three said, so who guys knows how to use the manual mode of the camera? Manual mode of the camera? Oh, automatic. Almost everyone uses automatic. So, okay. So it also is similar with the manual mode of the camera. Flavor, texture, and color. It also blends with the manual. It also works together with the manual mode. So you blend aperture, you blend ISO, and you blend shutter speed together in order for you to create the perfect picture for your what photo you're looking for. So in simple terms, don't always look at red, yellow, and blue. Try to think of different colors that would complement. So think of it as colors as ingredients that would create a new and exciting dish, locally, here in Cavite, that would make things exciting for you and for your consumer, maybe your family or your friends. So there you go. So innovation, I'd like to conclude with this. So innovation in food never stops. It's always an endless pursuit of trying to make things as exciting as possible for everyone. And syempre, we want to revive cuisine and Filipino cuisine in general. And that's our main goal, of course. Kasi the more you support local and Cavite cuisine, the more we support local farmers, the more we support everything, local businesses around. And instead na payamanin natin yung mga talagang well-established na mga matataas na restaurant, for example, or mga suppliers, let's try to support local suppliers. Right? So, innovation in food never stops. Try to be creative, try to be, kasi don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just a part of your success. And with that, let's make Cavite cuisine as awesome as possible by being creative and by being innovative. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Chef Mike Pacumio. But